The moon was exceptionally large and bright over the darkening plains where Goku and his friends had set up camp for the night. After a long day of searching for the elusive Dragon Balls, everyone was exhausted. Bulma was busy tinkering with her dragon radar, and Krillin was already snoring softly in his sleeping bag. Goku, however, sat outside by the dying embers of the campfire. He felt a strange tingle in his tail, a restless energy he couldn't quite explain. The moon looks like a giant, glowing Dragon Ball tonight, Goku whispered to himself, his eyes fixed on the silver orb hanging in the velvet sky. As he stared, his heart began to beat like a drum. Thump, 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 thump. Goku? Are you okay? Bulma called out from the tent, noticing a strange shadow stretching across the canvas. But Goku couldn't answer. A wild power was surging through him. Slowly, his brown fur began to grow thicker. His boots popped off as his feet grew large and heavy. His shadow stretched taller than the trees, then taller than the hills. Within moments, the small, cheerful boy was gone, replaced by a massive, furry Great Ape. The Great Ape let out a roar that shook the leaves from the trees. Roar! He wasn't trying to be mean. He just felt so big and full of energy that he didn't know what to do with it. He stepped forward, and the ground trembled. Crunch! He accidentally stepped on a fallen log, snapping it like a toothpick. Bulma and Krillin scrambled out of their tent, their eyes wide. Goku, stop! Krillin shouted, waving his arms. The Great Ape looked down. His red eyes were glowing, and for a moment, he looked confused. He saw his friends, but they looked like tiny ants from all the way up there. He reached out a giant hand, accidentally knocking over a nearby rock formation. He's not himself, Bulma realized, her voice trembling but brave. He's overwhelmed by all that power. We have to help him remember who he is inside. Krillin climbed onto a high boulder so he was closer to the Great Ape's giant ears. Goku, listen to my voice, he yelled over the wind. Remember the milk deliveries? Remember the races on the beach? You're a hero, Goku. You're the boy who shares his food and helps everyone he meets. The Great Ape paused. He tilted his massive head. The words felt familiar, like a warm blanket on a cold night. He looked at his giant, fuzzy hands and then back at his tiny friends. Deep inside the Great Ape's heart, the spirit of the kind-hearted boy began to stir. Goku realized that being big didn't mean he had to be loud or destructive. He closed his eyes and took a very deep breath. Whoosh! He imagined the calm blue ocean around Master Roshi's island. He focused on the sound of Bulma's voice and the smell of the campfire. Slowly, the wild energy began to fade. The Great Ape sat down very carefully, so as not to squash any more trees, and looked up at the moon one last time. He decided he didn't need to stare at it anymore. He turned his head away and looked at his friends instead. As a cloud drifted over the moon, blocking its silver light, the transformation began to reverse. The fur disappeared, the giant limbs shrank, and soon, a very sleepy Goku was curled up on the grass in his tattered orange GI. Krillin and Bulma ran over and threw a warm blanket over him. Goku opened one eye and gave a small, tired yawn. Did I win the race? He mumbled. Bulma laughed and tucked the blanket under his chin. You did something even better, Goku. You stayed yourself, even when things got a little wild. That night, Goku learned that the greatest strength isn't how big you can grow or how loud you can roar. It is the quiet power of a calm mind and the love of friends who never give up on you. Moral: no matter how big or overwhelmed you feel, your heart and your friends will always show you the way back to who you are.